Hey everyone! Welcome back to our channel Knowledge Catch. Today we're diving into the top 15 most asked questions about CCNA. Whether you're prepping for your CCNA exam or just brushing up on your networking knowledge, we've got you covered. Before we jump in, we just want to say that we work really hard to bring you the best content. So if you find this video helpful, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and leave a comment down below. Your support means the world to us and helps us keep making these videos for you. Let's get started. First up, what is the OSI model? The OSI, or Open Systems Interconnection Model, is a conceptual framework used to understand and implement network communication. It consists of 7 layers: physical, data link, network, transport, session, presentation, and application. Here are a couple of mnemonics to remember the layers. Please do not throw sausage pizza away. Or, all people seem to need data processing. Easy, right? Now let's explain the difference between TCP and UDP. TCP, or Transmission Control Protocol, is connection-oriented and ensures reliable data transfer with error checking and flow control. Think of it as the total control protocol. On the other hand, UDP, or User Datagram Protocol, is connectionless and faster, used for applications that can tolerate some data loss like streaming. We can call it the unreliable data protocol. Moving on, what are the functions of a router? Routers direct data packets between networks, determine the best path for data transmission, connect different network segments, and provide security functions like firewall filtering. Remember, routers direct, decide, connect, secure. Think of them as pathfinders in your network. What is subnetting and why is it used? Subnetting divides a larger network into smaller, more manageable subnetworks, or subnets. This improves network performance and security, and efficiently utilizes IP addresses. It's like divide and conquer, and efficient addressing, to improve your network's efficiency and security. Let's describe the purpose of VLANs. VLANs, or Virtual Local Area Networks, segment a physical network into separate, isolated networks at the data link layer. This enhances security, reduces broadcast domains, and improves network management. Remember, VLANs separate and secure your network and reduce broadcast domains for better efficiency. What is a default gateway? A default gateway is a router that serves as the access point or IP router that a network device uses to send information to a device on another network. Think of it as your network's exit door, or the router as gateway, connecting your local network to the internet. Explain the difference between a hub, a switch, and a router. A hub broadcasts data to all devices on a network. A switch sends data to specific devices based on MAC addresses, and a router routes data between different networks based on IP addresses. Remember, hub shouts, switch selects, router routes, and their functions vary by network layer. What is NAT and why is it used? NAT, or Network Address Translation, translates private IP addresses to a public IP address for internet access and vice versa. It conserves public IP addresses and adds a layer of security by hiding internal IP addresses. Think hide and translate, and conserve IPs, to understand NAT's benefits. What is the function of ARP? ARP, or Address Resolution Protocol, maps IP addresses to MAC addresses, enabling proper data delivery within a local network. ARP acts as an IP to MAC matchmaker for network mapping within your local network. Explain the concept of a broadcast domain. A broadcast domain is a network segment where if a device sends a broadcast frame, all devices in the same segment receive it. Routers separate broadcast domains to limit broadcast traffic. Remember broadcast boundaries and single network segment when thinking about broadcast domains. What is the purpose of the DHCP protocol? DHCP, or Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol, automatically assigns IP addresses and other network configuration parameters to devices on a network, enabling them to communicate efficiently. Think of DHCP as automatic addressing and plug and play for your network devices. Describe OSPF and its main features. OSPF, or Open Shortest Path First, is a link state routing protocol that uses a hierarchical structure for efficient routing, supports VLSM, and converges quickly. Remember, OSPF is open, structured, fast, and a link state protocol for efficient routing. What is the difference between a static IP address and a dynamic IP address? A static IP address is manually configured and remains constant, while a dynamic IP address is assigned by DHCP and can change periodically. Think static stays, dynamic changes, and manual versus automatic to understand their differences. What is the role of DNS in networking? DNS, or Domain Name System, translates human-friendly domain names, e.g., www.example.com, into IP addresses that computers use to identify each other on the network. DNS is like the phone book of the Internet that simplifies access to websites. Finally, explain the difference between IPv4 and IPv6. IPv4 uses 32-bit addresses, providing about 4.3 billion unique addresses. IPv6 uses 128-bit addresses, offering a vastly larger address space, improved security features, and better efficiency. Remember, IPv4 is 32-bit versus 128-bit for IPv6, which means more addresses, better security. That's all for today's video on the top 15 most asked CCNA questions. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more tech tips and tutorials. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notified whenever we post new content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.